Hello and welcome to Sneak Live. Today we're going to be doing some JavaScript trivia. I'm one of your hosts, Brian Clark, and on this side over here is Liran Tal. Hey, Liran, how's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How are you? Let's see. On this, though, I'm following it. On this side, there we go. There you go. Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, how are we gonna start this off with with a Java troll or just JavaScript? How's it gonna go?
Java troll. I think that's
Java,
the best way to
is
do it.
it? All right, cool. Really looking forward to this and some laugh. And I've got some great people on the chat. Yeah, you see, I need to spotted that Java troll thing. Say JavaScript is the same thing as Java, right?
Yes. Yeah, it
Okay, great.
absolutely is. All right. Bonus
See,
points for that person. Who was that?
let's say it's this person who's
That
geeking out
guy.
with us. I think
Heck,
I know him.
Kyle. Good to see you, Kyle. Good to see you folks in the chat and welcome. We're going to be getting started with the trivia. You're going to be able to join in the game, answer some of the questions, and whoever ends up with the most points at the end, I think we're going to give away some stuff, some prizes. So be sure to get ready for that.
That's nice. I want to get one. How do we get in? What do we do?
No. You can't. You're a host.
So, wait, what? Why
No.
didn't tell me about this before?
Does that mean you're out? Okay. All right. See ya. Got him. Got him.
There you go. I got you, buddy. I got you.
Yes. Oh, you got the right side there too. I messed up.
Yes.
Hey, high five. Real quick. High five. Come on.
Woohoo! That's it.
Nice. Well done.
There you go.
You did it.
I like it.
Let's say hello to some folks in chat. We got Hacker Kyle, -1 Vortex, Robert Tables. I saw Frackberg earlier. There was somebody else earlier too. Where are they? Hellraiser was here. Good to see Hellraiser. Lots of familiar names. And there was one other person. Where'd it go? Insight 93076. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. And shall we just get started? -1 Vortex is putting in very valid JavaScript in the chat. I see, like this right here. I don't know what it does, but
-1 Vortex.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the content. I was thinking about the nickname. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
An array, you function, run it. Okay, that's messy. That's one of those JavaScript gotchas, right?
Yeah. Yes. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. We get people joining up in here into the game. So if you'd like to participate, you go to kahoot.it, or if you have the Kahoot app on your mobile device and you enter in that game pin, you'll be able to join in to the game, answer the questions, and we'll have some fun with this.
For sure. I was gonna go.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna go back in time and remember when fork bombs were a thing, and you just like send them in IRC to people, and they might run them. And apparently that's what that thing was with the JavaScript by -1 Vortex.
Ah, okay. I see now.
Lovely stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna let's get the music ready too for. You hear that?
Yes, I'm dancing for it. What do you mean you hear it?
Oh, well, sorry, I couldn't see. There we go. All right, we're waiting for people to join. This will be the waiting music. Please hold.
Should I get my martini here? So it looks like it's right up that alley.
I see we got Robert Tables Vortex in there. I'm going to drop the link in the chat as well. People can just click it that way.
Yes, that's it there.
While we're waiting, actually, Liran, while we're waiting for some folks to join in, give people time to join in to the game. Because last time we played this, I think we jumped into the game like a little too quickly, and there was people that joined up a little bit later that were just trying to answer in the chat. So let's give it some time, right? So while we're waiting, how long have you? Do you know JavaScript, Liran?
No one knows JavaScript. Let me put it. I mean, there are some people who know JavaScript. There are a few very scarce knowledge in this planet. Yes, I'm gonna pretend I'm one of them.
Yeah. So how long have you been programming with JavaScript then, Liran?
Um, let's see. It's a great question. I started. I actually just did a podcast yesterday talking relatively about this. I was actually starting off my career mostly doing some C and C++. I was actually working at a company doing voice over IP telephony, so a lot of like embedded Linux and stuff like that. I was I wasn't going there as like a programmer. It was like more like a sysadmin back then. And one of my team leads at one point, was telling me, "Hey, do you want to work on a feature?" Like, fine. And it's like, okay, cool. This is in C++. And I was like, I don't know C++. I was like, okay, cool. Well, we have this book. Here it is. You can take it, read it, and build this thing. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a fun experiment. And so that's what happened. And I wrote C++ like 8 months. Basically, I have no idea what I did there. But the thing worked. It shipped with this voice over IP telephony thing, which I'm hoping no one got disconnected calls during all of this because of my bugs. But that happened. And it was around that time, I think. So this is 2007-ish or so. And it was around that time when I got much more into web development, like the whole 180 degrees shift in like the things I was doing. I was obviously doing a lot of like just JavaScript stuff on the web, but like not actually like professionally. But at that point, I actually built a software web thing, which, oh my God, the other horror story I have is I've got like a dozen, if not more, CVEs to my name just because of like the amount of bad stuff that went in there. Imagine PHP, SQL, all together, spaghetti code, having fun, concatenation, and everything else.
You had me at
So yeah.
PHP. You had me at PHP. You're like, imagine PHP, and then there was a little bit of a pause, and I was like, I thought you were stopping there, but then you went into SQL and everything.
Yeah. So, but this is when I got more into like much more hardcore dev, web dev. And this is, I think, the major bump into JavaScript has been though not that area of things. Even though I was like doing like I remember jQuery mobile and things like that back then. But 2014, when in HP Software we actually moved into the whole stack being like the mean.js, the Node.js kind of things, and that's where things like got really serious. So yeah, that's for me. But Ryan, what about you? Like, how did you get into this whole JavaScript mess?
I don't think I have as interesting of a story like that because you started out with C++, right? And the other thing, and it was for a telephony. I love that name. I love saying that word, telephony. I don't even know how to like properly. That's probably I'm saying it wrong. Maybe I don't know, but it's always been a funny word to me, telephony.
It is
Um,
it's the telecom industry, I guess.
yeah, yeah. That they have silly names to stuff in that industry.
Yep.
Yeah, so for me, I started out professionally as a C#.NET developer, and I was building like Windows apps, thick clients, and stuff like that. And then I started building ASP.NET APIs, web APIs, and then that led to, okay, we need to do some more of front end type of work, and that's when I started learning JavaScript. Mostly jQuery was kind of like how I just jumped into the deep end of that. And
Yeah,
then just when I started getting good at jQuery, I had learned the revealing module pattern, and I was feeling
I
really
remember
confident
that.
in my skills in JavaScript with jQuery. That's when the front end frameworks are starting to really pick up. So like Knockout and Ember, Backbone, and Angular. And so where I was working previously, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna start doing more Angular stuff, so we need you to learn that." And I was like, "But I just got good at this," you know. But that's the thing that I've learned in development. And I try to tell people that are just getting started. The biggest thing that kind of caught me by surprise was I thought, "Oh, I'm gonna learn this one language, and then I'm good. Like that's all I need to know for programming. Like I get really good at that, and I'm just gonna do that for the rest of my career." And that could possibly happen for some people, but I think what really the idea is you need to always be learning so that you can adjust and adapt to the environment, that's going on there. So, yeah, that's how I got started with JavaScript.
Nice, love it.
And then, from there, that led to, like you were saying, with Mean, learning some Node and JavaScript that way or JavaScript on, like, the back end. We were doing, like the main version of Node we were supporting at that point in time was 0.10.36. So not really early, but pretty early. We jumped into Node. So that's how long I've been doing Node, I guess, which has been
Nice.
interesting. And I don't
Have
know
you
everything
seen?
about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like a ton to know, and I mean it. By the way, it runs pretty fast. Like it gets developed with a ton of like new features and stuff like that all the time. But have you seen that you're talking about? Let me see if I can find it. Looking at my Twitter bookmarks thing. So Bet Griggs, who does, I have to find. Oh, there we go. Bet is like is a Node.js collaborator. I think maybe DSC or something like that. She's like a really into Node development, and she's done some releases for like the Node.js project and stuff like that. And she dug into a bunch of. Well, let me send you that in case you want to share that also. Let me find this. There you go. So she had done a bunch of like just like crunching numbers in terms of like just checking how much, how many, how different are the versions that get pulled off of the Node.js website, like the download for the Node.js runtime.
Yeah.
And interestingly, there's like a bunch of them that, it's not 0.1, but it's like very, very old. And I mean, at the crux of it, she was saying, let me pull this out, it's 3.6 million a day. Yeah, 3.6 million downloads a day from the Node.js.org website. And she has like a pie chart with all of those versions breakdown, which is interesting.
Nice. That is interesting. I can't see because their account is private
I see.
on Twitter. So
I can share the numbers. So like it's we can share that link by the way also on the chat, I guess. But like if you out of the 100%, right, of like the pie chart of like all of those downloads for Node.js, so 35%, 36ish is Node.js 610, which is LTS, and Node.js 14 is the 32%, which is still I think the LTS thing, maintenance whatever. But then you have the odd numbers like Node.js 13, Node.js 15, Node.js 17 are indeed kind of like the low, kind of like the 1%, 0%, and so on, which is great. Like it means people understand, release version numbers,
right,
because those like the unstable versions. But for deprecated versions, Node.js 12, Node.js 10, Node.js 8, Node.js 6, it's a considerable number of downloads. And
right.
Node 6, for example, is like 1.5%. It sounds like maybe not a lot, but if you think about it, out of the 3.6 million, that's a ton of them.
Yeah.
So I would say beyond the fact that those versions are just unsupported, there are known exploits and attacks and vulnerabilities in those versions. So it's not just this is like you're running old, Node version in production, which is one thing, and then like if you don't need to upgrade, fine. But beyond just not being supported, it's also vulnerable. Like that's like a very red flag to bring up.
Wow. Yeah. That's kind of wild. I didn't realize that. And I see Robert Tables has a comment in the chat too about AWS only this month just let Node loose on Lambda. They were a bit late on that one. So, but this is the nature of this stuff, right? Plus, I think what's the cycle? I forget. What's the cycles of for Node in terms of how long they'll be in LTS before they get deprecated?
Yeah. So essentially, like if you look specifically at the current version is Node 18. That's in there for like something around like 6 months. It becomes the current. So by October 2022, that will be like going into like the active one, and then Node 16 will be replaced out from being the active to being maintenance. So like in any not any any given time frame for like about the 6 months, you essentially have like the active and the current. Like those are the major two are supported. Right now it's 16 and 18, and you run that through until 2025, April 2025-ish. So that's like a 3 years kind of lifespan for like a long-term support version. So yeah, like if you use something now, that's just fine. Like 18, you have like 3 years to go figure out with this, and then 16 and 14 will be supported, will be dropped along the way, so you have the time to transition. But like Oh yeah, you're viewing that website too. So I think that's kind of where it kind of like makes sense in terms of just looking at the whole versioning and being on top of knowing which version to use, but like not just what is supported, but again like what's vulnerable. Like that's like also an important side of it.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable because you got to try and strike a balance between um, keeping support for people for a long period of time, but also improving and iterating on something and having that agility, right? And if you're always stuck having to be backwards compatible, backwards support on previous versions for so long, it's kind of going to take away some of that capacity to be able to focus on building out and improving for new versions, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think my personal opinion, that seems reasonable. Although, having worked at large companies and knowing the pace that they tend to move at, it could be probably difficult for them to keep up at that pace in terms of like what version they're on currently and having to migrate over to a newer version and all the testing and triaging just to make sure that they can safely move to that newer version, right?
Yeah. I think the other thing I remember that was like a pain back then was it promises support? It was or async await. I think it was maybe async await. Back then is like several, I don't know, like 6 years back or whatever, something like this. When we were doing this and we're deploying some stuff to AWS Lambda, it was for a long time it didn't support like a specific version. I think it was maybe node 8, and only 6. So one of the ways that you could get out around it, I guess, is we had like transpile the code. So like we would write like the the new syntax like async await and stuff like that, had polyfills in the way, like transpile the whole thing, and then deploy it to the Node 6 runtime, which is one way of doing it. But hopefully, like if the industry can keep up with the LTS side of things, which is for some cloud vendors it's hard because they have their own runtimes and stuff like that. Like it's the runtime, but they can like maintain it with their own like patches and whatever optimizations that they need to do and so on. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep up with those.
Yep.
Cloud is a bit a different thing than just running it on your own server.
Right. Right. Nice. All right. So I'm going to give it another minute to try and let more folks join in. We have a decent amount of people viewing. Please don't hesitate to join us in terms of the game here that we got. You're going to say something, Lauren? Go ahead.
Yeah, how do we join this? So like we need to open Kahoot.it on either the mobile app or the
Either
browser, right?
in your browser you can do it if you're watching from a browser. If you're on mobile, it'd probably be difficult to watch the stream and play at the same time. But maybe you
Yeah.
can watch the stream on your laptop or computer and then open up the app on your phone and play that way.
Yeah.
Right?
You could play from the mobile browser. I was thinking that's going to be like an easier way for people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then you just enter in this game pin, and I'll drop that. I'll drop both links into the chat here. So here, the one to join the game, and then the pin for it is that what you see on the screen. Oh, that's not it. Is that it? Yeah. As I click it, just copy the share link. Yeah. Okay. So that should get you in both links there, I think. So feel free to join us. No purchase necessary or anything like that. It's just for fun.
Yes.
And we're going to do some giveaway as a result of this to the folks, probably everybody that joins up, considering the numbers we have right now. Note to self, I just need to do a better job hyping this up, I think, ahead of time, Laurent. That's what it's going to be. So,
yeah, same here.
With that in mind, I want to remind folks while we're waiting give people a chance to join up as well. What prizes do we have today? We're definitely going to be giving away security books, I believe, and potentially t-shirts. So
Yes.
it's got to be hashed out a little bit more in that regard, but you definitely will get something in return for participation today. Again, while we're waiting for everybody, I want to remind you to check out this whole month we've been doing focusing on JavaScript content, JavaScript related streams here at Sneak because Sneak loves JavaScript among other programming languages, but just to focus on JavaScript for now. And if you want to learn more about all the things that you can do with Sneak regarding JavaScript, you go to sneak.co/js. Thank you, Hacker Kyle, for dropping the link in the chat too. And you can learn more about what's going on here at Sneak with JavaScript. In particular, let's take a look. I'll go to the link directly right now, .co/js. You can find out about the rest of the schedule that we have for upcoming streams. We have quite a bit this week. You're going to see a lot of me and Laurent, basically. So if you like that, that's good. You're going to see more. If you don't like that, well, then maybe we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
for the upcoming streams.
I'll come with my Yoda hat for tomorrow. Let's see how that goes.
Yes, love to see that. You can learn more about how to understand and level up your security skills in the context of using JavaScript projects by learning about various topics within uh, vulnerable apps, cross-site scripting, directory traversal, and so forth. Some of the open source projects that we're sponsoring that you can take a look at if you haven't already discovered these libraries that are excellent to use, and some blog resources that you can read up more. And again, all about learning and educating around developer security. So again, that's sneak.co/JS so that you can learn more about that. All right. We have somebody with the name of Hi. Okay, cool. Shall we get started?
Shall we?
Shall we? We shall. All right. I'm going to click start. Yes, we need the Yoda, says Hacker Kyle, by the way.
I'll do that.
Make sure. I make sure of it.
3, 2. I like how dramatic this is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is a pretty cool logo.
Yeah. Well, let me get rid of that banner really quick because it's cutting off the code. There's a code at the bottom too. If I zoom in.
There is. Oh yeah, I see it.
Just in case you can join late. If you haven't joined already, you didn't get a chance to join, you can join late by entering that code in there.
Nice.
All right. Let's go to what's in a name. JavaScript trivia first category. Starting now. Which of the following was not one of JavaScript's original names? Mocha, JScript, LiveScript, ECMAScript, or ECMA script?
I have to say that you know how you watch not hacker scene, like hacking, like in even non-hacking movies, you just watch hacking scenes, and they do some stuff in their keyboards, and then you see like the whole computer does like some unrelated stuff, like console log whatever, and they just hacked like the FBI or whatever. So like this picture here, it's kind of the same.
This one, yeah. Just random code. Window.with cards. They're doing something with cards, it looks like.
Yes, very, very relevant.
All right, so we had 2 folks vote for Mocha, no votes for JScript. Basically, no one got that right.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. I don't know that I've seen these questions and answers, and I don't know that I would get them right either. Talk to me, Goose, man. No worries, man. Appreciate you hanging out and joining us for the stream. Be here in spirit, as Kyle put it. All right, let's jump to the next question. Well, actually, let's see the scoreboard. It's a bunch of zeros so far. All right, next question. People. JavaScript is an extension scripting language to Java. Yes, this is why Oracle has JavaScript trademark rights. It began this way in 1995 and then evolved. No. Yes, but only until version 4, which was abandoned, and ECMAScript 5 started. I hope people get this one right. I mean, it's right there in the name, right? It's very easy. Misdirection.
I don't know. That screenshot looks very relevant.
Does it? More random code?
More random elements on the screen.
All right, 3 folks got it right. Well done, well done. Let's see who it was. Hellraiser, Vortex, and Ryo. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you in there. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Oh, you click the colors after you
always join. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Which of the following is not a reserved word in JavaScript? Finally, arguments, undefined, or protected?
And I specifically chose keywords here to confuse you that you could use in arguments with your spouse, right? Like you go, finally, or like arguments, right? So it's like try using undefined if you're having some arguments with your spouse. See how that goes.
Nice. I like the picture for that one as well. All right. The answer is undefined. One person got that right. Who was it? Robert Tables. Well done. Catching up now. Catching up.
Nice.
Next question. From which browser did JavaScript get its name? Internet Explorer, Netscape, Chrome, or Opera? You know, some folks don't know that Opera is a browser. I've seen that before. Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Let's also ask people, what was your first browser as well as the first website you browsed into? What was it for you, Brian?
I don't know if I remember my first website.
What?
I went to.
Come on.
I'm serious. That was too long.
No way.
Liran, one thing you'll learn about me is my memory is terrible. I'm lucky I remember what I did this morning. Okay.
Dude, same here, but like the first website, that's like a life-changing experience for me.
The
I
first
know
website I ever
exactly
went to?
when and what was it.
Really? All right. Well, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Maybe if I were to guess, it would probably be like AOL.com or Yahoo, maybe.
Okay.
So,
Some
yeah.
nice, interesting responses also in the chat. What is this? Goldfish. Oh, no, Goldfish memory. No. AOL Windows 94 gateway computer. Nice. That's a very classic one.
Yeah. Hacker Kyle says brave. Final answer.
Where is that? Oh. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. What about you, Liran? What was your first browser and first website then?
For me, it was my dad used to use the insurance person thing. He had like a company for that, and he took me to it was like, I don't know, 15, maybe like earlier, to like this conference they had in Tel Aviv or whatever, like a big city. And I just like, they did some stuff with computers, and I was like, okay, that's a cool thing. And I
Yeah.
was like back into computers like in an early age, but like back then, we did not have internet. It was like, early BBS and stuff like that. And I remember browsing for the first time on the internet, and I went into as if like I had a choice, or probably read from like somewhere. Type this in the address bar, this white little space at the top that says www.yahoo.com or whatever. And Yahoo was my first website. So
Gotcha. Nice. Yep. Minus one Vortex is screaming, "You've got mail."
we laughed about it just the other day, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Hacker Kyle and Robert Tables. Starting with AOL, or somebody talked to me, Gooseman said whatever AOL had as a built-in browser, right? Because we had those discs back in my day. We had the
Yeah.
discs that you would put into the CDs, right? It would be like, hey, here you get this many minutes on AOL internet, So
I remember those. That's nice.
yeah. All right, moving on to the next question. Well, let's see the results after that. Most of you got that right, so well done to Vortex, Ryo, and Robert Tables. Move on to the next question here. JavaScript is the best programming language now. A pure functional language, a prototype composable language, an object-oriented language, a prototypical inheritance language. It's a little bit of a tricky question, I would say.
Is it? Is it though?
Is it? It
Is
is. It is.
Okay. We can go elimination route here.
I would say it's not necessarily a pure functional language, but it can be used in a functional way, right?
True, to an extent, maybe without any side effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all. I think you could like easily, I guess, come to a conclusion to eliminate all of this and get into this one.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Because you can use JavaScript in an object-oriented way. That's why I was saying it's kind of tricky. And then I'm not sure about prototype composable language. I don't know that I've heard that before. So I would have gone with this last one. So well done. It's easy for me to say, right? And then I see the answer already. I'm like, yeah, I would have gone with that one.
Of course, that's like I dreamt about that before you coming here. Of course.
Yeah. Robert Tables is on fire. He's on fire. Streak of 3. Well done. Look at the score.
That's pretty cool. If you just joined, you could still join us. Just enter the pin on the Kahoot website. It's just over there.
In the bottom right-hand corner here, 878765309. Just kidding. It's 8725954. All right, this question. What event in 2017 is relating to the JavaScript ecosystem? The left pad incident, TypeScript was announced, React surpassed Angular and stars, ECMAScript 2017 added pad start and pad end string functions.
We're wadded. I like that. We're wadded. It's a very very wadded thing to say.
It's so wadded, yeah. I think that's a typo. But well, there's supposed to be an E at the beginning too, right? Or
true. ECMAScript. Yeah, I just my brain just completed that. I guess that's nice. We should add a wad start and wad end to the script. ECMAScript thing.
Only one person got that right. Who was it? Robert Tables. Well done.
Nice.
Robert Tables went went from last to first.
Oh, what was the, let's see, and the chat, someone says it was 2016. What was 2016? Oh, the left pad incident, I think they're chatting about.
Oh, yeah. I love that. That incident is always fun to reference and go back to.
Yeah.
Which of the following framework defines itself as a progressive, incrementally adoptable JavaScript? Svelte, React, Remix, or Vue.js? It's a good
You know
question.
what's the toughest thing with those questions, with those framework names, right?
What?
It's how to pronounce them. Is that like Svelte or Svelte or whatever? I don't know. Like with like, I'm sure we're like butchering it here in Israel in like all the different pronunciations you could give it.
Yeah, I don't. I've always heard people pronounce it as Svelte, and I just assume that to be it. I was gonna guess Svelte on that one, so it's interesting to do Vue.js. That's how they describe themselves. I like that though.
Yep.
What is here's a controversial question for you, Liran. What is the best front end framework?
Oh, like no, this is like super easy. I
Yeah?
go with yeah, of course. I think there's like no doubt, like for security, for everything that you like really want to, if you like two options. One of them, you could either go like vanilla JS, like just go to the website vanillajs.org. It's like the best framework there is.
I don't think I've heard of that one, but it sounds tasty.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm trolling you, maybe I'm not, but there is a website, so you could go there, check it out. It's like hands down the best framework. And
I'm going.
Can't believe I'm getting you to go there. And the other one is you should write your websites with like.
That's not it.
That's not it. Should Google vanilla JS framework thing and maybe find it. I don't know if it.
Oh, because there's a hyphen in there. No, that's not it
Yeah,
either.
yeah. This is it. This is the one.
What about this one?
No, I think it's the other one.
This one?
If I recall this from like a bunch of, yeah, that's the one. This is it. This is the best framework ever.
A little shady of a site to go to. Like, if I'm being honest, it looks shady. Like you're really.
Let's admit it,
right
Brian.
now.
You've used shadier NPM packages than this website. Trust me. It doesn't know it, maybe.
Yes, probably. All right, only one person got that one right as well. While we're here, let's pause because I see we have more people. Feel free, if you'd like, you can join us in the middle of the game right now. Maybe you can catch up. Okay? Maybe you can catch up. There's the link in the chat. You can also go to just kahoot.it and enter in the code that's going to be in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Next question. What is the acronym MEAN known for in JavaScript land? It means it's angry. It's just not nice to people.
Yeah, just look at there. Oh, I like that. Why haven't we used that before?
I don't know.
This is great.
Yeah. Everybody got that right. Well done to all the contestants, and go away. Says Gnome.
So we've officially established that everyone on this stream is a JavaScript developer, if you know this one.
I think so, yeah. Right, being that everybody, oh, somebody moved out of the top 5. I wish it would show me the full scoreboard list there. All right, Robert Tables, 6 correct answers in a row. Really on fire. Which framework's logo does not show up in this list? Ooh, interesting.
What do you think?
I know this.
Which one of them is vanilla JS?
Well, let me go back to the website. This is it. So it's not that. Not any of those.
No.
Wow, everybody's answering so quickly. All right, most of you got that right. Let's show it again. So we have Svelte, React. This is Nuxt, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't look like Bootstrap. What is that one? Do you know what that one is?
Is it not Bootstrap? What is that one? It's not Bootstrap.
It's not Bootstrap, yeah.
It's not. I think it's the beta dev. I don't remember. It's let's say Git. Is it Git? No, it's not Bit. Oh, it's written a different way, but it's called Bit, I think.
Oh, I've never seen it before.
I think so. Someone digs it up and share with us on the chat.
Robert Tables says that they can see my screen with the answers. How? I can't even see the answers until I'm done there. All right, well done. You're all still in it. VC, Hellraiser. I mean, you're right there. Vortex.
Nice.
You got
Competition
this.
is close.
Yes. The current version of the ECMAScript specification is
Yeah, that's where I go when I think about what the current version is.
Yeah.
Nice little trip to a beach somewhere.
Wow, quite the spread in answers on this one. This one was a tough one, it seems. ES12. Well done, well done. Robert Tables again, 8 in a row. Wow, Robert. Wow. Wait, are you not using ES2245 says -1 vortex? Is that a real thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Which of the following is not a JavaScript engine? Hermes, SpiderMonkey, MScript, JavaScript Core. I just like the SpiderMonkey one.
Yeah.
Have you seen the it's more of an American culture movie, but it's Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell?
I haven't. And
No?
I don't know if your voice went all wild just because of my Bluetooth headset, or
Maybe.
were you putting
I wasn't
in
doing
an
it.
effect?
No. This is an effect.
Ah, okay.
Oh, Hacker Kyle got the reference. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. Chip, there's a little kid. One of the main character's kids is just he's all hopped up on Mountain Dew soda, and he just says the wildest things. All right, MScript was the correct answer. It's not a job. So Spider Monkey was a JavaScript engine. That makes me happy. And Hermes. Where did these names come from? Did you name them, Liran? Were you part of it?
Possibly.
Possibly. Robert Tables with another correct answer.
Never doubt the spider monkey. That's classic.
Yeah. Never doubt the spider monkey. Again, reminder, if you're just joining us and you want to partake in the trivia, you can do so, even though we've started already. You got quite the hill to climb to come back and win, but you can still participate and have some fun. Go to kahoot.it in your browser and enter in the code 8725954. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is a JavaScript runtime? V8, libov, wasm, deno.
I like that you read that libov, because I just call it libuv, but
libuv.
It's one of those. Yeah, I don't know. Do you say SQL or SQL?
SQL.
Okay. Do you say CLI or CLI?
CLI. I know, it's weird. I'm
Thank God.
inconsistent.
Yes, thank God you're not one of those weird people. Oh my God.
Let's say CLI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, V8 is an engine, right? Is the engine that helps us run JavaScript.
Correct.
Libov is a library.
It's an event loop implementation that's cross-platform.
Okay, and then Wasm is the WebAssembly, right? WebAssembly language. So Deno is that spin-off from the gentleman that created Node.js, right? That
is true.
That is true. Okay. Holy moly, Robert Tables. Slow your roll with the 10 correct answers in a row. Wow.
Why is it always runtime? Can it be a walk time? There we go.
Walk time, nap time, lunchtime. We need more engines. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
No sleep. No sleep time, though. You said that. No sleep time.
No sleep time?
No.
I don't know. I need my sleep. How do you think I get to look in this beautiful, Liran?
Yes, more this way.
It requires lots of beauty sleep. All right, multi-select question. Select all Node.js versions that are in maintenance mode. All right, folks, you should be able to know this. We looked at this prior. There's node 12, node 16, node 13, and node 14. What's it going to be, chat? What's it going to be? I need to do this with my tools, by the way. Like just paint on the wall where they go. Well, one, I need to mount them on the garage wall or something. Two, I need to probably add some tools to my toolbox here. I don't know what any of those are for. Like I know how to use that, a saw, a handsaw. These are screwdriver handles? What about, I don't think I've seen that before, where it's just the handle, not the actual
Just the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird stuff here.
Yeah, interesting. These are really
Like,
large. Would you call these Allen keys or what, or wrenches? Have you
Yeah,
used
yeah.
this before?
That's how we call them, Allen keys.
Yeah.
It looks like a screenshot from someone's lookalike Dexter death. So we should figure out who did that, and just like a mental check-in, like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? Is JavaScript hurting you? Did it hurt you in the past? All of those cases. Just make sure they're okay. Whole day.
Yes. All right. Looks like 3 folks got the answers correctly. Node 12 and Node 14 are in maintenance mode as of right now. As of this recording. All right. It doesn't look like much change in the scoreboard there, I guess. Don't know what happened there. All right. React 0.0.1 version was released on January 17th, 2012. This is a tough one.
I'm so happy I see a React logo on a React question. I'm like, this is well done. This is the producer here worked really, really well. Amazing.
Yeah. So when was that released on? The correct answer nobody got, but it was October 2011. That's a long time ago. I didn't think it would be that old.
Apparently, that's a very old framework.
Wow.
It says, and people say JavaScript advances so fast, bleeding edge. I mean, people are still using stuff that we coded back then in 2011. Like, oh my God, this is like super old. That's why we need to move to vanilla JS, people. I'm telling you, to the new thing.
Well, you also got me a little bit concerned whether this is a trick question or not, because it just says React. Is it React JS or is there like a separate library? You know how JavaScript is, right? So
no, it's that one for sure.
Okay. All right, Liran, I have about 10 minutes before I have a meeting with our boss, actually. So
okay, cool.
Let's see how many more questions we can get going through here, and then see the
fast people answer fast.
How many versions of Electron are currently officially supported? 2, 3, 4, or 6? And I forget, developer Steve added this picture here.
Yeah,
and I forget
it's
what
some place in the planet, right?
Yeah, it's a real location.
Yeah, it looks like my code when I write it. It's like all messy.
Nice, one person got that correct. Let's see who it was. Was it Robert Tables? It was not. Vortex. Only 70 points away, Vortex. Let's see.
That's where Atlantis collapsed.
That's where Atlantis collapsed.
How many packages exist on NPM right now? Well, kind of changes every second, I guess, but you get the point.
$1 billion.
I am pretty sure we have surpassed the 2 million at this point. But like the time when we did this one, I think it wasn't the 2 million. Yeah. When we did the questions here.
Now you're giving the answer away.
Nah, there's like 2.5. That's like a ton more packages.
But yeah, 1.9 million. Wow.
Yeah.
Who got that right? Oh, Robert Tables. Robert Tables got a little bit of an extension on that lead now. Vortex. How many packages did not have a release in the prior 12 months based on a 2019 research? 61%, 88%, 92%, or 42%? I don't know. I would guess probably somewhere in the middle, 42%. Maybe 61.
Maybe 61.
61.
Yes. I like it, people. You are aware of security education that we are sharing here at Snake. That is good.
Very good. Robert Tables extending that lead. Come Come on, Vortex, I'm rooting for you. I like to see, a close competition here. All right, select all Node.js versions that are end of life.
Oh, you shared that screenshot in the beginning, so.
No, that's different.
It's pretty much it.
Look, it's even got like SQL queries.
Oh, no, not that one. The one with the website when we're talking about LTS.
True.
Kind of get the answer here. If someone was paying attention, then yes, you got this one exactly.
Oops. Oh wait, sorry, wrong tab.
There you go. Classic.
Node 10 and Node 11 are end of life. Oh, and 15. How did I miss that? Are end of life.
Yes.
All right, who got it? Ooh, Ryo on a streak of 3. Maybe
Nice.
coming in from there. The Node.js runtime is licensed under, I don't know this one, MIT, BSD, Apache 2, or GPL version 3. I mean, you could go look it up.
Guess which not. Not GPL V-Trade. That's a sure guess.
That's a pretty restrictive one, right? Is that why?
Yeah, it's it's copyleft kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, MIT. There we go.
Makes sense. Go. Good job. All right, yes. We just need to stump Robert Tables and folks will catch up here. Why is it common practice to place a curly brace on the same line as the start of a block of code? This is my question.
I remember this.
Yes.
You were talking about this one.
I like my answers too because of browser limitations.
I'm gonna go with because of Java.
Because of Java.
That's mine.
Because of strong opinions. Because of semicolon auto
strong
insertion.
Opinions. Like any linter is a strong opinion, basically.
Yeah. I mean, lots of times I think people follow patterns because of strong opinions, right? Some of them don't really matter. Oh, I got somebody with that. You did. Nice. Maybe it was Robert Tables. Let's see.
No, it was not.
Ah. Talk to me, Gooseman says, because mom said so. That's why. That's why we put curly braces.
Strong opinions. That's it.
All right. Which of the following features was not introduced as part of the new React 18 release? Start transition and use transition, use strict JSX, create root, or use insertion effect is a new hook.
Well, a lot of people here right now have moved out of React into this new vanilla JS framework. So I'll get it if you don't know this one. That's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Also React 18, I think that's a release after 2 years of maybe even more. I think at least 2 years of now the new version came out.
Wow.
Major version anyway. Yeah.
All right. It's use strict JSX. Do you think more and more people are experimenting with different front end frameworks than React nowadays? Like has React reached its peak point, and now just like any of the other frameworks that got really popular, it seems like they reach a peak point and then it slowly starts trickling down because something new and shiny, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is actually built just on top of React, like Remix is and Next is. So I think to the even if you use one of those, you're probably still using React under the sun. But yeah, I mean, there's still a bunch of new kids on the block, right? Svelte and the others.
Svelte, yeah. Frackberg says Vue seems to be the framework of choice where they work. Hacker Kyle likes Vue.
Yeah, I like Vue as well.
Yeah, -1 Vortex, +1 to Frackberg's comment. All right, let's do a couple. We got time for a couple more questions. The following screenshot shows a failing test because of what? Function call should be awaited. Object typing error. The snapshot test doesn't match, or the assertion misses the expected type to be declared. Oh, assertion. So this is a test, huh? Well, I always just do assert true in my tests, and I get 100% coverage every time.
No failing test either. It just works. Everything passes on CI. Green into production.
Exactly. The function call should have been awaited. So let's look at that again here.
Yes. Essentially, it just returns the prompt subject, but doesn't resolve it.
Yeah.
That's the diff. Yeah.
There's the hint right there, right?
Exactly.
That's a little tricky one. No one got that right. All right. One more
Oh, really?
question. True or false? Early versions of Node.js had an API function include to add exported file contents like this. All right, we have
Let me look at
foo.js
this.
include. What's this code doing?
I don't know, but you have like 20 seconds to find Liran Tal on Twitter, ping him, get the answer, come back here, say true or false. Come on, people. Come on, 14, 13, 12. It's countdown continuing.
Most of you got it right. All right.
Nice.
Moment of truth. Wow, Hellraiser just jumped really high there.
Nice.
Now there's a way I can end the.
Yeah, I think we kind of like just can stop at this point and end the stream with the this kind of like Hall of Fame here.
Yep.
It's a nice scoreboard.
So well done to Robert Tables, Hellraiser, Vortex, Ryo, and VC. I wish there's got to be a way I could see more people in there. But appreciate you joining us. Hope you had some fun learning about JavaScript, challenging yourselves, and seeing your knowledge around JavaScript. Right? Oh, I can end now.
Had
There we
fun.
go. All right, I'm going to show the podium. I was trying to find this. Vortex came in third with 7,574 points. Hellraiser in second, 7,619 points.
Woo!
And dun, Robert Tables, 10,472 points. Getting 15 out of 23. Correct.
Very cool.
Well done, everybody. So feel free to DM me, or actually, better yet, join us on the Discord community. That'd be a great way to do it. If you're on Discord, go to devseccon.io/Discord community for the invites. Or there's a command actually now. I added this, Liran.
You did?
Exclamation point Discord. There it is. So people can click it in the chat room if they'd like. Quick and easy way. So Robert Tables, Hellraiser, Vortex, be sure to reach out and we'll get you squared away with a prize.
Yeah. So before you go, we have to do like the top down, bottom up, high five thing. Ready? Ready for it? Where is it? Here. All right. There you go. Like that.
Ow, you hit me on the head, man.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm going to punch up, uppercut.
Should do that at some point. The whole original thing, Mortal Kombat here.
Yeah. So yeah, that does it for this live stream on Sneak Live. Thank you for joining us for this JavaScript trivia. We hope you had some fun. Hope you learned some new things. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Same place, same time. Actually, right before tomorrow, the first stream we're going to have is actually for those of you that are Java, very, very close cousin to JavaScript. Java, we have our buddy, Brian Vermeer, who's going to be doing a stranger danger around. What are you shaking no for? What's going on?
Don't come. It's Java is not good for you. Don't come to the stream.
Don't go to that. Don't go to that. You don't want to put yourself through that. You gotta make sure Brian Vermeer sees.
But Brian hacks a live app, right?
Yes.
Live hacking for a Java app. Okay, that's cool.
Yes. So let me show really quick. You can see more about this schedule as well at sneak.co/js. Let me switch back and forth. The clicking between windows is slowing me down here, but you can see we're doing the trivia today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, it's not on the schedule on here, unfortunately. I think we got a little bug there, but Liran and I are going to be back, and Liran's going to be hacking an OWASP Node.js application. So if you want to learn how to do some hacking, how to understand the vulnerabilities that can be in applications, a great resource is OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project, owasp.org. You can go there. We're going to be leveraging a project from there, a Node app, right, that they intentionally made vulnerable and then hacking against it, right, Liran?
That's true. We're going to hang together. Going to be fun. Yes,
I'm looking forward to that. So that's tomorrow at noon Eastern. And then on Thursday, you're going to see our beautiful faces again, and two other folks, Sneak ambassadors that we're having on as guests to have a fireside chat talking about various topics in JavaScript. So
yes, that's going to be fun.
If any of that interests you all, we hope to see you joining in, tuning in, and being part of the chat room during those live streams. If not, have a good rest of your day and week, and we'll see you again soon sometime. All right.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.